existence. If we have life, where there is existence, there will be suffering. Please don't say, I don't want suffering with having body and existence. If we have existence, we will have suffering. Important thing is how to overcome this suffering. First thing, we need to know how to develop peace of mind, to be able to live peacefully, happily, with freedom of mind. Before we can remove all the defilements, we need to develop freedom of mind with understanding. As I have told all of you, you all are lay person, those who are being busy with your daily activity, with your job, with your living. You can't engage practicing meditation yet. For that reason, to be able to remove defilements for the development of complete freedom is far away from all of you. For that reason, you all need to develop freedom of mind in your daily life with understanding how to develop it. To do it, I must repeat again, you must be skillful reading the habits of your own mind. The time I have given the talk, how to lead a worthy life, at that time I forgot to talk about how to develop freedom of mind by being skillful reading the habits of your own mind. For that reason, this time, I add this freedom, the title freedom again. If you are not being skillful reading the habits of your own mind, you can't expect to develop freedom of mind. You can't develop peace of mind. You can't expect to develop calmness of mind. You will be kept risen mentally because of your defilements. Yes, we have defilements, but we can develop freedom from them by not participating the time they comes up to the surface of the mind. To be able to do so, you all need to know the workings of defilements, the way they work. As I have told all of you, all the worldly, ordinary people, they have wrong views, self-identity view, holding five aggregates as I and I. I'm explaining what the Buddha said. There is no man, there is no woman. But all the ordinary people, they hold this view. There is man, there is woman. This is my mom, this is my father, this is my son. This represents that wrong view, self-identity, self-identity. Buddha said there is no man, there is no woman. There is only five aggregates. Materiality aggregates, feeling aggregate, perception aggregate, volitional aggregate, and consciousness aggregate are what really exists. Whether humans, whether animals, there are only five aggregates. Because of that wrong view, which has not yet been removed by the ordinary people, they wrongly hold that materiality aggregate as mind aggregate, or mind body, feeling as mind, perception as mind. Volition, in other words, intention, good intention and bad intention as mind, consciousness. as mine. Because of this reason, when someone complains you feel angry. At that time, you hold wrongly anger as yours. Because of that wrong view, you participate anger with wrong view, holding my anger. The one who has no self-identity view and the one who has self-identity view, their point of view are very different. Let me give an example. You have a family. Suppose you have a family. And you heard a certain family from America is suffering from a certain problem. It is told by your friend. You know, one of the family from America is suffering. What happened? Do you feel something? Do you feel sad? Really? Really? I don't think so. I don't think so. Because you don't know them. You don't know them. Just you heard. Oh. That's all. Okay? But if someone in your family, one of the family members, suffer from a sudden disease, what happened? Very sad. Why? Because you hold with your self-identity view. This is my son. My son is suffering. You suffer. Your son is not the main cause. Your self-identity view is the main cause. You don't hold with your self-identity view to those who are suffering in America. Because of this reason, you don't suffer for them. Just you hear, oh, it's enough. Okay? That's why the main cause that we suffer is not anger. It is our wrong view, self-identity. In the same way, we hold with this wrong view to our five aggregates as I and mine. We hold anger as my anger, greed as my greed, lust as my lust, pride as mine, stingy and jealousy as mine. The one who has removed self-identity view, wrong view, completely remove that. When anger comes up to the surface of the mind, he sees anger as anger. Anger as outsider. Do you like seeing someone who is feeling angry? For sure, we don't like. If someone is feeling very angry, we don't like seeing him. In the same way, if we are being angry, if we just look at it like we see outside people, we can reduce our feeling. As I told in my previous talk, we need to separate anger and this personality view, identity view. We need to take time. As I have told all of you, to be able to, but this is what I haven't told Singaporean audience. If we want freedom, we need a payment for it. Can you pay me? You need a payment for your freedom. If you can't pay it, you can't. You can't be with freedom. you can't develop freedom of mind. That payment is nothing else. It is just heedfulness, mindfulness. The time you are heedless, the time you lose your freedom. If we let our mind occupy with something or somebody, have we freedom? If our mind is occupied by someone or something, have we freedom? Why we let our mind occupy with something and somebody? Because we are heedless. We are not being mindful. We are participating with our wrong view. Because of this reason, we suffer. We are occupied, our mind is occupied by something or someone. So, for the Buddha, the whole lifetime as a Buddha for 45 years, he used to remind all his disciples, Appamadena Sambhadita, be heedful. Why? The way to liberation, the way to freedom can be attained through developing mindfulness. Complete liberation, complete freedom also need to be attained, can be attained through developing mindfulness. Before we attain complete freedom, we need temporal freedom to live peacefully, to live calmly. We need mindfulness too. Who can be skillful reading the habits of one's own mind? The one who is mindful, the one who is heedful, and the one who can be skillful reading the habits of one's own mind. The one who don't participate any types of defilements comes up to the surface of the mind is the one who can maintain peaceful minds, calmness of mind quickly. But the one who is heedless will be the one who participates with the different types of the defilements that comes up to the surface of the mind, that he or she will not understand what is the freedom of mind. Now he or she cannot develop freedom of mind, peace of mind, calmness of mind. Let me ask you one question. Can you take your responsibility? Can you take your responsibility? In other words, can you take your life responsibility? Many people, both men and women, especially in these ASEAN countries, but especially in underdeveloped countries, women are seeking for the one who can take his responsibility. True? Because they want other people to take our responsibility. This is not the right attitude. This is not for happiness.